So once you're ready, find a comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged or you can be kneeling like me. Place the palms onto the thighs or knees and then roll the shoulders up and down. Try to relax the shoulders here, relaxing the neck, relax the jaw. Soften all face muscles, and if you like, you can close down the eyes and arrive in the room on your mat. Arriving in time and space. Arriving in your body this morning. And bringing awareness to your breath. How is your breathing today? Can you try to lengthen each in and exhalation? Breathing in, filling the belly, filling the ribs, expanding. Exhale, belly deflates, ribs are lowering. Slowly and consistent. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Staying focused on the breathing. Feel the belly expanding and deflating. And if you like, I invite you to use Ujjayi breathing, which is also called oceanic breathing. It sounds like this. And you're breathing in and out through the nostrils and slightly constricting the back of your throat. Kind of like you're fogging up a mirror in front of you, but your mouth is closed. So if you like, you can give it a try. And because this is an audible breath, it automatically brings the focus towards the breath. You can also use this Ujjayi breath during the practice to stay focused and strong in the mind and in the body. This breathing technique gets us to slow down. maybe you like to do a little body scan. See if you're working with any tension or restrictions in the body today that you want to become aware of, so you can work with them during the practice. So, scanning the body, where do you feel quite open, flexible today? Where do you maybe feel pain or stiffness? Bringing awareness to these areas. Maybe you like to send the breath there, visually guiding the breath to those areas to release some tension. Once you scan the body, focus back on the breathing. And maybe you like to visualize blue energy, a turquoise blue color around your throat, neck area. And if you like, you can also set a mantra or an intention for this class. That could be, I want to speak my truth, or I want to be present, or maybe I like to be relaxed. Whatever it is, repeating it to yourself internally. And when you're ready in your own time, you can blink your eyes open, welcome yourself back to the room. And maybe you feel a shift in energy, maybe you feel a bit more ease, and you're ready to move. So come into a cross-legged seat here. Place the hands onto the knees, and let's do some intentional shoulder rolls. Inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, drop them down. Linking the breath to each movement. And maybe you also want to bring the torso into some fluid movements. Inhale, leaning forwards, exhale back. Waking up the spine as well here. Meaningful shoulder rolls. Yeah. Once we feel flexible in the shoulders, open, we automatically feel more open in the chest and heart region. Lovely. Once you had enough, come back to center and drop the chin towards the chest for some neck stretches. On an exhale, roll the left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. Breathing in and on exhale, roll over the middle towards the right. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Rolling over to the other side. Breathing in and exhale to the right. Find your own rhythm here. When you exhale, you roll over to the other side. Inhale, pausing here, feel the stretch. Exhale, rolling to the left. Let the weight of the head fully drop down. Imagine you're drawing half moon shapes with the nose from one side to the other. And then, once you had enough, come back to center, chin to chest, and then slowly look in front of you again. Lovely. Let's start some spiraling here. Spiraling from the belly, the navel. Start into one direction that feels intuitively right for you. So maybe you spiral clockwise first or anti-clockwise. Inhale, bringing the weight forwards, arching. Exhale, round back, doming. So it's kind of like seated cat and cow, but in a fluid movement. And this can be super slow, small spirals, or they can be quite big, sending the weight all the way back. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, doming. Really exploring each corner here of this movement. How does it feel? Maybe you want to pause in one position. Maybe you feel more open on one side than the other. Bringing flexibility into the spine. Lovely. Then pause and circle the other way. Inhale, bringing torso forwards. Exhale, rounding. You can also feel the weight shifting. When you lean forwards, it goes more into the knees. Exhale, back into the hips. Feel how you're waking up the spine. Creating flexibility here. Opening the chest, shoulders, heart. Lovely. And slowly slow down the spirals here. And find center. Bring your arms up into cactus arms. Lovely. Open here. Just going to turn to the side. So open the arms here. Open the chest. Slight back bend. Maybe you want to look up. And exhale, round. Bring forearms to touch here. Send the weight back. Inhale, opening. Lean forwards, kind of like you open a book. And exhale, bring the forearms together. Find your own rhythm here. And again, link each movement to a breath. We're building heat here in the shoulders, working on strength in the shoulders. And the arms. One more time here. Come back to center and place the fingertips onto the shoulders here. Lovely. Maybe you also want to switch the cross of your legs. Maybe one foot got tired here. And on an inhale, we raise the elbows. Yeah, just a bit more shoulder work. Exhale, lower them. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Find your own rhythm here. Maybe you want to do it quite slow, or maybe you want to speed it up a bit. Nice. Once you had enough, release the hands from the shoulders. Maybe you want to shake out the hands. Get rid of any tension here in the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the hands and press the palms towards the ceiling here. And let's rotate here from the palms through the torso. Spiraling again here, with the arms stretched out towards the ceiling. Also nice stretch for the wrists already, for the fingers, warming up fingers, wrists that we will use shortly. Start to circle the other way. Lovely, and now once you had enough, maybe you want to shake out the hands again. And we interlace the fingers behind you. Press into the knuckles, stretch out the arms here. Feel the stretch, open the chest. Maybe you want to look up. Feel the broadening here in the chest. Slight back bend. And then on an exhale, bring the fist towards the hip, to the right side. Maybe you want to relax the head to the right shoulder as well here. So it's again a stretch in the neck as well. You can also feel the stretch in your left upper arm probably. Inhale, stretch out the arm, and let's switch. Bring the fist towards the left side of your hip. Relax the head to the left shoulder. Feel a nice neck stretch here. Feel the stretch in the right upper arm. Inhale, come back to the middle. One more time each side here. Lovely. Exhale, come back to center. Shake out the hands one more time. And then roll over the knees. Find your tabletop here. Find your neutral tabletop here. Yeah? Spread all 10 fingers equally. Hands are right under the shoulders, and knees are under the hips. Okay, let's make a fist with the right hand. Press the fist into the mat, and then maybe you slowly want to play with opening the hand, yeah, stretching the fingers out. How does this feel? Maybe it's a bit too intense, then go slowly, yeah? You can also stay with the fist. You don't need to open the hand. Also getting curious here, how does it feel when you shift the weight to the left or right? How does opening and closing the hand, fingers feel? Then press your palm back into the mat, and let's do the other hand. Left fist here. Start opening the fingers. Maybe you're releasing tension that is stored in the wrist. Great. Flip the palm again, and maybe you want to walk out the hands towards the long side of the mat. Fingers point towards the long side of the mat. Yeah, this is another wrist opener. Maybe you want to go further and turn the fingers towards the knees here. And maybe this is too intense, then you stay with the fingers to the side. Yeah. If you're here, maybe you want to go further and lean back. So send the weight towards the heels. This gets even more intense in the wrists. Yeah, go slowly. Only do what feels good here for you. And then turn the fingers back to the front of the mat. So you're back in your neutral tabletop. Lovely. On an inhale, reach the right arm up, and let's start circling the arm. Kind of like you're swimming. Inhale, arm raises, exhale, comes down. One more time. Inhale, keep the arm open. Maybe you look towards the hand. And on an exhale, tread the right arm under the left and come to rest on the right shoulder here. Your palm of the right hand faces up towards the ceiling. You can stay on your fingertips with the left hand or extend the arm over the ear. Thread the needle here. You're resting on your right shoulder and on your temple. Maybe you like to take a bind, so bring your left hand towards the hip or maybe thigh. Yeah, so this is a shoulder stretch. The weight on the shoulder can release some tension here. Breathing deep. Send the breath into the shoulder here. One more breath here, and on the next exhale, bring your left hand next to your face again. Press into the left hand on an inhale. Raise the right arm. Lovely. Exhale, bring the hand back onto the mat. You're in your tabletop here again. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm high. First circling here, like you're swimming. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, tread the left on the right arm and come to rest on the left shoulder. Now your right hand can stay next to your face. You can extend the right arm over the ear. Or you can take a bind. Resting on your left shoulder, the temple. Feeling the weight here on the left shoulder. Bring awareness to the breathing again. Maybe you're still using your Ujjayi breath. Nice. On your next exhale, bring your right hand back to the mat. Press each in, reaching the left arm high. Exhale, back to tabletop. Lovely. Okay, lovely. You're back in your neutral tabletop. And then reach the right leg high, bend it, 90-degree bend. Foot is flexed. And let's start circling the knee here. Bringing mobility into the right hip joint. Because we need some mobility later for our standing balancing postures. Lovely. One more time. Opening. Pause here with the right knee lifted. And then on exhale, can you cross the right knee over the left? Walk the hands forwards. And then bring left leg to cross over the right. One more time. Walking to the front of your mat. Exhale. Let's reverse the movement and walk back here. Cross right knee behind the left and then left behind the right. Walking to the end of your mat here. Really big articulations here in the hip. And then once you have your right leg crossed over the left, maybe you want to press back here. You can stay with your arms stretched out here, pressing toward into the hips. Maybe you want to take your cushion to sit back and come up for your Gomukhasana legs. Maybe you don't need the cushion and can sit on the ground. If this is too intense, you can always stretch out the lower leg. So in this case, the left leg. Yes, you can keep it stretched out. The left leg, foot is active, and you have your right leg crossed over. So find a variation that works for you. I'm going to stay like this. That's what it looks like from the front. Gomukhasana legs, cow-faced. Now, if you feel comfortable with your seat here, you found an equal seat, you can cross your arms, the right arm under the left into your eagle arms if you like. You can also relax hands onto the shoulders here. This also is a nice stretch in between the shoulder blades. eagle arms is a bit more intense, try to draw the elbows away from you. And this position is a preparation for a standing pose we will do later. Eagle. And if you like, you can focus onto your hands, so gazing towards the fingers. Yeah, this is your drishti, your gaze. Lovely. Exhale. Release the hands, lean forwards, release the cross of the legs, and find your neutral tabletop here again. Let's come right to the other side. Lift the left leg. Nice bend here. Foot is flexed, and let's circle the knee. Nice warm up here for the hip. Don't forget to breathe. Again, you can stay with your Ujjayi breath, your audible oceanic breathing. Lovely inhale, reach your leg high again. And then on exhale, cross the left leg over the right. Walk forwards, cross right over left. One more time, left over right. And let's walk back on the mat. Left behind the right, right knee behind the left, left behind the right. And maybe have more space. One more time. And then let's sit back. So now this time you should have the opposite leg crossed over the other one. So now I have left over right. So now you should have now you should have the opposite leg crossed over the other one. Yeah, you maybe feel a difference. Maybe you were more flexible in the other pose before. Maybe this one feels better. Again, you have the option to stretch out one leg. You can sit up on your cushion as well. So finding what works for you here in the hips, the legs. Try to keep the feet close towards the hip. And if you like, you can also bind the arms. So this time left on the right arm. Elbows draw away from you. If eagle arms is too intense, you can rest the hands on the shoulders, of course. So you have two stretches at the same time in your hips, glutes, and in between the shoulder blades. With your eagle arms, maybe your gaze is towards the hands. Lovely. On the exhale, release the arms. Maybe you want to shake them out and then lean back towards the mat into your tabletop. Lovely. From here, let's kick out the left foot for a little kickstand. Yeah, so your left hand, left knee, and right foot are in one line. Reach the right arm high here. Now, if you feel stable here, if you have a good balance, you can lift the right foot for your half moon, mini half moon. Yeah, this is already a balancing pose. Activating the core, feeling really strong here, pressing away from the left hand. Active right hand as well. Right foot is flexed. Lovely. One more breath here. Breathing out. And on inhale, stretch the right arm over the ear. Point the foot, finding length here, yeah? Reaching from your fingertips towards the toes. On exhale, tap your elbow towards the knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, tapping. Inhale, stretching here. And exhale, crunch up. Find your own rhythm. One more time here, stretching. Maybe you like to take a bind so you can take hold onto your right foot. You can hold onto the ankle. So pressing the foot into the hand, which will lift you here and open you up in the chest area even more. Only go as far as it feels good in the lower back here. And don't forget to breathe. On an exhale, release the bind. Stretch out the arm and the foot again. And then bring the right foot back onto the mat. Press into the outer blade of the right foot. Yeah. Active foot. Now also press into the left hand and then hover the left knee here. Active core, hug the left knee in, and then on exhale, can you stretch out the left leg in front of you for your fallen star? Yeah. 2 more breaths here, lovely. Where you want to look up towards the right hand. Exhale, step the left foot towards the right here, side plank. You can have your feet next to each other, or you can stack them on top of each other, which is a bit trickier for the balance. Active core here. One more breath. Lovely. Exhale. Release the right hand back onto the mat. Tuck toes and you're in your plank pose. Active core. Press the weight back into the heels. One more breath. Lovely. Exhale. Tabletop. Perfect. Lovely. Let's do the other side. Here. A little kickstand with the right foot. Here. Right hand, right knee, left foot in one line. Inhale, reach the left arm high, and we're preparing for our small half moon Ardha Chandrasana on the other side here. Flexed left foot, active core. Look to the wall in front of you here. Deep breathing. Inhale, stretch out the left arm over the ear. Find length, maybe point the left foot. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Pressing the right hand into the floor, yeah? Active fingers. Exhale, bring your left elbow to touch the knee. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, getting small. A few more times here. Now you again have the option to take a bind. So taking hold onto the left foot with the left hand. Exhale, slowly release here. Stretch out the arm and the leg. Breathe out and bring the left foot back to the mat. Press into the outer blade of the left foot. Hover the right knee. And then can you hug the right knee in closer and stretch out the left foot. for your fallen star on the other side. One more breath here, and then exhale. Bring your right foot towards the left. Feet can be next to each other, or you stack them on top of each other for your side plank. Tricky for the balance here. Active core, focus on the spot. Lovely. Exhale, plank pose. Knees down, hug the elbows in, and lay down here. Resting for a moment. Maybe you want to bring your forehead onto your stacked hands. How is the breathing? Lovely, staying with the breath. Lovely. Once you're ready, tuck the toes, press into the hands, they're shoulder width apart. Stretch out the torso, lift the knees, and then raise up here for your down dog. Long spine, active fingers, press all 10 fingers equally into the mat. Heels don't need to touch the ground. Keep a nice bend in the knees here. Relax the head, neck is loose. Long spine is more important than your heels touching the ground. Breathing here. On an inhale, look forwards towards the hands. Send the weight over your wrists for your high plank here. Exhale. Dip the hips. Let them sink down towards the mat. Look in front of you for your up dog. Yeah, this can be intense on the wrists here. If up dog is too much, you can always lay down and come into your cobra. Okay, if you stayed in up dog, flip the feet, press back into the hips to your down dog, long spine. Inhale, send the weight forwards over the wrist, high plank. Exhale, let the hips sink, up dog. Exhale, bend the knees, long spine, down dog. Breathing out. Inhale, weight forwards over the wrist, high plank. Exhale, up dog. Breathing in. Exhale, down dog. Find your own rhythm here. Maybe you will move slow or faster for these spinal waves. And then we meet back together in your down dog here for another breath. Once you're ready, take a walk towards the front of your mat until your feet meet the hands. Feet are hip width apart, parallel. Inhale, lengthen the spine here, straight spine. Your hands rest on your shins or maybe thighs. Hug the elbows in. Half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Keep a nice bend in the knees. Head is relaxed here.
Uttanasana. Spine is rounded. Nice. On your next in-breath, slowly roll up to stand. Really take your time, vertebra by vertebra. Let your head be the last thing to come up. Once you're in your stance, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment here, feet parallel, hip width, slightly draw in the belly, palms face towards the wall in front of you here. Let the shoulders relax, slightly tuck in the chin towards the chest. Maybe close your eyes for a second. Come back to the breathing and maybe remind yourself of the mantra you said at the beginning of the class. Or visualize the turquoise blue color around your throat. Nice. Next inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms are touching, maybe look up towards the hands. Exhale, fold forwards here. Let the head relax. Inhale, long spine here. Exhale, step it back into your plank pose. Active core. Send the weight back into the heels. Exhale, knees down, lay down, hug the elbows in, forehead rests on the ground. Your hands are under your shoulders. On inhale, lift the chest for your cobra. How does your lower back feel? Only go as far as feels good here. Exhale. Bring the forehead back to the ground. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees, long spine. And you're back in your down dog here. Your arms are externally rotating. Arms are in line with the ears. Head, neck relaxed. Keep a nice bend in the knees here. Your heels don't need to touch the ground. One more deep breath here. And on an inhale, lift the left leg high here. Hips stay closed. Exhale, big step in between the hands with the left foot. Lower your right heel to the ground. Right foot is turned out 30 degrees. And then slowly coming up for your warrior one. There's a bend in your front knee, okay? Your hips are leveled. Try to bring the right hip more to the front of you and left draws back. Yeah? Okay. Once your stand feels good here, you can lift the arms. Palms are facing towards each other. Maybe you can sink the hips a bit lower. For your warrior one here. Open chest. Staying proud here in your warrior one. Active toes, active feet, strong legs. The gaze is in front of you. Lovely. And on an inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the right heel, reaching up. Exhale, bend the left leg, arms come down like bird wings. Inhale, straighten the left leg. The heel reaches high. Exhale. waving the arms down. Inhale, lengthening, stretching. Exhale, come down. Lovely. 2 more times this movement. It's kind of like bird wings. Yeah, we're preparing for our eagle pose here. Lovely. Come back to your warrior 2 here with the right heel on the ground, bend left leg. Interlace the hands behind you here. Yeah, so legs stay the same. Press into the knuckles, yeah? Making a fist here again. Feel the opening across the chest. And from here we want to lean towards the mat, yeah? Heart wants towards the mat. And the head as well. Your hands, fist wants to draw up towards the ceiling. Nice long back here in your humble warrior. Only go as far as feels good. Yeah, you don't need to come down all the way. You can already achieve a nice stretch here. And this can also be tricky on the balance. If balance is very hard, you can also widen the stance here. So widen the feet a little bit, and then it might be easier to keep the balance. Nice shoulder opening here. Breathing deep in your warrior, in your humble warrior. Lovely. On an inhale, press into the hands. Let them lift you up again to your warrior 1. Release the hands. Sweep the arms up. And exhale. Frame the left foot with the hand. We step back into our plank pose here. Active core. The exhale. Lower the knees, hug elbows in. Lower forehead to the mat. Breathing out. Inhale. Lift the chest. Look in front of you. Cobra. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Forehead to the ground. Inhale. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Long spine. And we meet back in down dog. Preparing for our warrior 1 on the other side. Pressing into all 10 fingers here. Equally, head is relaxed. Inhale, lift the right leg this time. Exhale, big step with the right foot in between the hands. Left heel comes to the ground. Left foot is turned out 30 degrees. And then let's raise up slowly here. You're back in your warrior 1 on the other side. Let's check the hips again. Right hip wants to move to the back, left to the front. Shoulders are relaxed, proud chest. And once you found a stable ground in the legs, the feet, you can lift the arms up. Breathing here. Nice. Let's come to our bird wings here again. Inhale, stretch the right leg, lift the left heel, and exhale, bending. Inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, sweep them down. Imagine you have wings. Linking to breath, to each movement. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Come back to your warrior 1 here with the left heel on the ground. Perfect. Let's interlace the hands behind us. Warrior 1 with hands interlaced.
And try to walk one finger up or down, so it feels kind of a bit more unnatural to grip. Okay, press into the knuckles. Open the chest. And we want to fold forwards for our humble warrior again, yeah? Straight spine. You don't need to go very far down. You can already achieve a stretch like this. Active toes, active feet here to keep the balance. Maybe you can come down further so you can relax the neck, the head, and the fist draws towards the ceiling. Deep breathing here. In any balancing postures, the breath is super important to keep the balance. Keeps us strong and focused. Lovely. On your next exhale, coming back up, press into the hands, release the hands, sweep them up again, warrior one. Exhale, frame the right foot, step it back into your plank pose here. Knees down, lay down, hug the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, lower forehead, tuck the toes. Down dog. Taking a few breaths here. If down dog ever gets too much, you can also relax in your child's pose here. So toes are touching, knees are quite wide apart. And this is always a good chance to get back to your breathing. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the feet. And when you're ready, we meet back in down dog. Lift the left leg again. Yeah, we come back into warrior one here. Right heel is on the ground. Right foot turned out 30 degrees. Reach the arms high. Let the hips sink down. Closed hips here. Perfect. Exhale, bring the hands towards the heart into prayer. And sending the weight into the left foot here. Focusing on a spot on the floor that is not moving. And then playing with lifting the right leg here. Right foot is lifted. Stable breathing here. Maybe there's a micro bend in the left knee here. Active toes, active leg for your warrior three here. You can stretch out the arms behind you to airplane. Maybe you keep them in front of your chest. Maybe you stretch them out in front of you. Lovely, warrior three. From here, bring your hands towards the floor. Head is relaxed. You can also use your blocks here in your standing splits. Very useful. You can use them this way or on a higher level. So right foot is lifted, head wants to draw towards the mat. Lovely. Keep the right leg lifted. Slowly come up to stand. And from here, can you cross the right leg over the left. And sit down imagine you're sitting down into a chair. Maybe you can wrap the foot around the left leg even. Sitting down, a bit lower. Lovely. Keeping your drishti, your stable gaze on a spot that is not moving. Now, maybe you also want to wrap right arm under the left here. For your eagle pose. Elbows draw away from you. You can also rest hands on the shoulders. Staying with the breath here. And whenever this gets too intense, you can always shake out your legs in between, yeah? This can be quite a lot. These balancing standing position, because you're a lot on one foot. And then you can come back to it and give it another try. Yeah, so this is your eagle pose. Lovely. Once you had enough, release the arms. Maybe you can stay with your right foot, knee lifted. Hug the knee in. Maybe you want to circle the ankle one way and the other. And then you can place your right foot to your inner thigh. To your inner thigh here. And we want to play with tree pose. Now, you can have your foot very high. You can also have your foot down here. Very rooted tree here, or on your shin. Just don't place it on the knee. So anywhere in between. Again, focusing on one spot to keep the balance here. Once you feel stable, lifting the arms for your tree pose. Nice. If this is too easy for you, you can distract yourself by waving your hands. And then maybe it's a bit more wobbly. Lovely. Whew. Now, from here, you have one more option. Hug the right knee in again. And maybe you want to take hold of your right ankle here. Come into a little back bend. Your warrior, your dancer pose. So pressing the foot into the hand, using your left hand as a scale, kind of, to balance out the foot. And this is your dancer position, yeah? You can stay here. You can lean a bit more forwards here and try to kick the foot into the hands. Again, your drishti is super important here, keeping the balance. Once you had enough, coming back, maybe hugging in the knee one more time. Maybe releasing the feet in between, yeah? Can get quite intense. Now one more pose. Maybe you like to use a belt for this. I'll show you without the belt first. So hug your knees in. Hug the right knee in again. Maybe you want to take hold of your right big toe. Yeah? So hugging in the knee, kind of knee towards the armpit. And from here with a long spine, maybe you want to stretch out the right foot in front of you. Maybe you want to open the foot towards the side. Yeah, playing with straightening the leg. Doesn't need to be completely straight. A straight spine is more important than a stretched out foot. Now, if you cannot reach your foot, this is where your belt comes in handy. So hugging the knee in, take the belt around your foot, pull up, and then focusing, again on a spot, take the belt quite wide, and then you can play with straightening the leg here. You can also take the belt into one hand here. Once you open the foot out to the side to keep the balance. Yeah, so try your option that feels good for you. You don't need to take the belt. You can also work with the foot here close to your body. Yeah, this is also a super challenging position already. Lovely, and then once you had enough with the balancing standing positions, step back for your warrior one. Warrior one here. Exhale, hands frame the left foot back to your high plank. Maybe you are ready for a chaturanga, which is hugging elbows in, lowering down until your upper arms are in line with the torso, and then flipping to your up dog here. If you don't want to do this, you can do the normal laying down, knees down, laying onto your belly, and then cobra. And then we meet back in our down dog together. You have a chance to rest here in your child's pose, of course. You don't have to do down dog. So taking a rest if you like, before we come to do the other side of our standing balancing positions. And once you're ready, on an inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, big step in between the hands. Left heel to the ground, left foot turned out 30 degrees, and we come up to our warrior one again on the other side. Check the hips, leveled hips, looking in front of you. And exhale, bring the hands towards the heart. Now you know where we want to move from here. Send the weight into the right foot. Yeah, we want to come into our warrior three here. Lift the left leg. Active right toes, active foot. Maybe a micro bend in the right knee. Keep the gaze on the spot. Maybe you stretch out the arms behind you, airplane arms. Maybe in front of you. Yeah, and balance is always tricky. One day it's good, one day it's not so good. And then from here, you can take your blocks again, maybe for your standing splits. So coming maybe onto fingertips or press your hands onto the blocks. Let the head relax. Down, left leg is lifted. Hugging the left knee in. And then coming up to stand. Left leg lifted. And then cross your left knee over the right here. Sit down for your eagle. Maybe you also want to cross the left arm to the right. And if this gets too much, you can always shake out the feet, the legs in between. And come back to it and give it another try, yeah? It's playful experimenting with these balancing postures, and I feel like everyone has maybe one favorite balancing posture. Most of the time we don't like all of them. Lovely. Release the arms, release the legs, exhale. Shake it out in between. And then hug the left knee in again. And we want to come back to our tree pose here. Maybe your feet, maybe left foot is up on the inner thigh. Maybe a bit lower on the wrist. Once you found a stable stand here, you can lift the arms for your tree pose. Woo! See, and notice maybe one side is better than the other. Again, if this is too easy, you can distract yourself with the arms, waving. Woo. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Okay, and when you had enough, you can hug the left knee in again. Maybe you want to play with your dancer pose. Or maybe you want to play with your dancer pose. So taking hold of the left ankle here, micro bend the right knee, and then use the right arm to balance out. Releasing. Or maybe you want to come back to it. If you fall out of it, you can give it another try. Hug the left leg in again, and you can come to your hands to big toe pose again, or use your belt if you like, stretching out the left leg. Maybe opening the leg to the side. Lovely. And then stepping back to your warrior one. Just gonna put the blocks to the side. You're back in your warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into your plank, knees down, lay down. Cobra or chaturanga, up dog. Press back into your down dog. Here, one last time. And then lower the knees down. Come to sit on the heels. And let's do a bit more back bending here. So, come up here, activate your thighs. Your feet are hip width apart. tuck the toes, and then on an inner, reach the arms up. Press the pubic bone, thighs, kind of like towards the wall in front of you. And on exhale, maybe your left hand finds the left foot, and you're reaching here, opening the chest. Exhale, switch. Bring your right hand towards the right foot. Maybe you can relax your neck and look to the wall behind you, only if your neck feels fine. Yeah. And this is your camel pose, warming up for your full camel. Really nice heart opener here. Find your own rhythm. And if you feel more flexible, you can also untuck the toes and try your full camel here by placing both hands onto the heels. So it is quite intense in your lower back, yeah. So don't ignore any pain in your lower back. Only come into full camel if your back feels good, yeah. And to release out of your full camel, exhale, and then tuck your chin towards the chest and slowly come out with strong core. You're not collapsing in the lower back. You need to protect your lower back all of the time in camel. Coming out. Once you're ready, exhale. Come to sit down. Bring your feet in front of you. Hug the knees in. Relax your neck. Maybe you want to roll the neck from left to right. Lovely. And then let's do one more little thing for the belly. So, find your sit bones here and then lift the knees into kind of 90 degree. Can also be smaller, whatever works for you. Extend the arms here. You're in your boat pose. Straight spine, active core. And then on exhale, can you tap the right toe to the ground? Exhale, left. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, left. Inhale, both feet up. Exhale, tap left toe. Lovely. 2 more times. Lovely. And like from here, slowly come all the way down to lay on the mat. Breathing out. Nice. And now from here you have an option. You can come into your shoulder stand if you like. If shoulder stand is too much, you can also do legs up the wall. So you need space at a wall, and then you place your feet up like this, and the wall is behind you. So I'm just going to show you here quickly. So you come into kind of like a small package and bring the knees really close towards the wall. So then you lay down onto the back, shimmy the hips even closer to the wall, and stretch out the legs like this. Yeah, feet are flexed, and this is your legs up the wall, which can be super relaxing if you're like standing all day. Just reverse the blood flow here. So you can stay here, do legs up the wall for a few minutes. Or if you want to try shoulder stand, you come back onto your mat. Bring the feet in super close towards you. Press the palms into the mat, and then on an inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the knees, and bring your hands towards the lower back, trying to shimmy your shoulders towards each other, as well as the elbows. Kind of working your way up the back and stretching out the legs. Try not to move your neck to the right or left here, yeah, not turning the neck. This is a position where you use your throat lock here, Jalandhara Bandha. Also very good to reverse the blood flow. And then from here you can sink down the feet towards behind the head for your plow, Halasana. Maybe you want to interlace the hands behind you. Still using the throat lock here, staying with the breath. Okay, lovely. Release the hands. Once you had enough, exhale, and slowly rolling back onto the back. Hugging the knees in, becoming a small little package, and then rolling over the back. Circling. Maybe you're still in your legs up the wall. You can come out if you want to, and hug your knees in as well. But you can also stay there longer. You could also stay at the legs up the wall for your Savasana. Yeah? Sometimes it's nice to do legs up the wall for 10 minutes. Circle the other way around. And then hug your left knee in, stretch the right leg out. And cross your left leg over the right, kind of bent in a 90-degree angle. Open up the legs here. And let's come into a nice supine twist. Try to keep the left shoulder on the ground. Maybe your right knee is lifted. You could use a cushion under the left knee. Slowing down the breathing. Get you in your final twist before your Savasana, your relaxation phase. Lovely. Then bring the left foot back onto the mat, stretch out left leg and bend the right knee. We'll come to do the other side. Cross the right leg over the left. Keep the right shoulder on the ground, gaze follows the right hand. Softening here. Nice. Then getting ready for your final relaxation. Maybe you want to put on socks or get a blanket. You can bring your soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees flop out wide. Maybe you want to lay like this in your Shavasana or legs stretched out. Find the best comfortable position for you today. And once you're settled, I invite you to close your eyes and to drop down one level deeper into the mat. Letting go of your breathing now. No way to guide your breath. Let it come and go as it likes to flow now. You are completely relaxed. Feel your toes relaxing, the palms of your feet, your ankles are relaxed, your thighs, shins, knees and hips are relaxing. Your navel, the belly, your lower back are relaxed. Super soft on the ground. Your chest, upper back and shoulders are super relaxed and open. Your arms, elbows, wrists, fingers and palms of the hand are relaxed.
throat, the neck, your jaw, and the tongue are super relaxed and loose. The back of your head, the forehead, your cheeks and eyelids are relaxed. Your eyebrows and the space in between the eyebrows are relaxed. All your face muscles are softening. Feel your whole body relaxed, laying on the mat, gathering new one energy. And feeling this fresh energy running from the tip of your toes through the body towards the crown of the head. Seeing a turquoise blue, glowing blue energy around the throat. Repeating your mantra or the intuition, or the intention you set at the beginning of the class. Repeating it internally. And thanking your body of what it is capable of, guiding you through every day.